Our second broadcast of the day, we are underway. It is the Arkansas Banshees taking on Florida Future Elite. Florida Future Elite, you cannot miss them. They are in the camouflage uniforms with the white numbers. The Banshees, they are in the black. Joel Hilsman, Jonathan Hemingway, glad to be here with you. And just underway, and Florida Future holding the basketball, and they are working with it, and they are led by Coach Jamie Alton. They get it inside, and there's Stephanie Paul. Paul kicks it back out, going to dribble drive and go up with the shot. No. Come back over to the right wing and hold it now and work it around is Autumn Giles. Saw this team back at Real Deal in the Ville, and there goes Alton swooping. No good. Rebound going to be ripped down by Kristen Williams, and here comes Williams all the way. Layup. Good. Kristen Williams. Her first two, class of 2018, Central Arkansas Christian.
Number 3, Destiny Henderson, an elite player from the state of Florida. She's going to get an opportunity for an and one here.
Destiny Henderson put on quite a show in the Real Deal in the Ville, and she is going to the free throw line to try to get the three-point play the hard way. She missed it. It'll be Alton, Henderson, Brunson, Paul, and Giles on the floor for the Future. Kenny, Williams, Coulter, Lowe, and Lampo for the Banshees. And they come away with it now, 14:45, less than that. She's trapped in the corner, gets it up ahead. Now here's Kenny. Kenny's pass is deflected and picked up now by Savannah Lowe. And Lowe, pull up, foul line jumper, back iron, hit a little rim, no good. Gets the rebound, kicks it back over to the corner to Kenny. Kenny puts it on the floor, now bounces it back, and now here comes Williams. Williams now gives it over. They work it around. There's a long three by Kenny. No good. Rebound batted around. The Banshees will get another opportunity. Second chance points and opportunity coming up right here. Low slip that she got below the foul line. Now kicks it over to Kaylee Coulter. Coulter, a long three by Williams. Good. That's two shots, two hoops for Kristen Williams. 2018, 5'10", and a lefty.
Really impressed with the development of Williams. Joel, I saw Williams at this very event a year ago. She was primarily one of these power forwards that finished around the rim. She can still do that. You saw that on the very first play, but she has expanded her game. As you can see, she can knock down the long-range jumper now.
Giles holds it now, gives it to Henderson. Henderson looking at the defense, being worked on defensively by Savannah Lowe as she comes out between the rings. Right-hand dribble, peels it back out. Now she's going to blow right by a free throw line. Jumper, took her time and nailed it. Destiny Henderson, she has 5 quick points, and it's 5-4.
I've got a feeling, Joel, that we're going to be mentioning Henderson and Williams a lot during this game.
We'll work on it. That's fine with me. Paul also comes in and knocks it away. Now here comes Autumn Giles. Giles in transition. Giles leading the break. Stop. She traveled. No call. Henderson gives it up. Looked like she wanted to pull a jumper and then thought better of the pass.
Yeah, Stephanie Paul right there looks at her teammate and says, hey, go ahead and shoot that. Yeah. You know, that's not an unselfish play right there. The defense had retreated back. You get right there in that kill zone. That's a shot that you got to be able to make.
See, Arkansas head coach Jimmy Dykes is in the building now underneath this basket.
Hey, it's a who's who on this back row. Down here you've got the new head coach at Rice University, Tina Langley back there. You also got C. Vivian Stringer, who is also in the building somewhere.
Yeah, she was here checking out her Kate Young earlier for the Spartans.
Yes, sir. And head coach from Kansas, Brandon Schneider, is also here. So, like I said, you've got all sorts of coaches in here catching some very good basketball today.
I see Tulsa's here. George Washington walked in. The Gators have walked in as well. Houston has walked in. And they're walking into this one, which is 5-4 right now, the Future leading. And a turnover. Now here comes Brunson. Brunson goes behind her back now, gives it to Alton. Alton stops, pull up on the wing. It is good, and the foul. Zaria Alton, class of 2017 out of Fort Myers, Florida. She'll go to the line to try and complete the three-point play.
Alton, one of my favorite point guards in the class of 2017. I've had a chance to watch her several times over the past couple of years, not only at Peach State basketball events, but also at the Elite Basketball Academy camps. a very solid point guard. You can go to prospectsnation.com and see her evaluation on that website.
Missed the free throw, got the rebound, and missed the shot. Now here comes Williams. All kind of speed in the end. She missed that layup. Here's Paul. Paul with that size and puts it on the floor. She's got Alton with her. Now kicks it to the top to Henderson. Swing it to Giles. Giles hard dribble now spinning down low. Kick it off in the corner. A long three. Too long. Rebound going to come down to Jamelyn Kinney. And she brings it in. She's out of Van Buren High, class of 2018, and she's running the operation right now, picked up by Alton. And going to dump it down low. And the shot is no good on the turn. The hook shot there by Kelly Lampo as she turned and tried to put it up. Giles now into the forecourt. Giles to Alton. Alton between the rings, directing the traffic. Kenny going to come out and get a count on it. Now here is Giles holding as they operate the offense. Giles over to Brunson. Brunson to Paul. Paul now going to put it on the floor. Cross. Step back. Hit the free throw line. No good. Bad shot off to the left. Rebound coming down to the Banshees. And Kylie Coulter out of Fayetteville High School in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
This is Coulter, number 9. You see her driving right side of the lane. Had a chance to watch her a few days ago with the Banshees at the Summer Invitational. A lot of good things being said about her.
Put back by Savannah Lowe. Savannah Lowe, class of 2017, Conway High School, 5'7" in Conway, Arkansas. We're in a 7-6 ball game.
Good matchup here, Joel. We've talked about Destiny Henderson and also Alton, but this is a very well-balanced team, very guard-heavy. But in the middle, you look at number 8, Stephanie Paul. You know, in our pre-production meeting, Marcus Burnett and I were talking about Paul, and we love her game, her versatility. A little bit of a Draymond Green type of player, if you will. Solid rebounder, can defend inside and out. Even though that jumper that she took earlier was off, it's definitely something that she can make with efficiency.
Yasmin Chang is checked into the game for the future. And now here comes Ashley Breathitt, who's also in. They give it up. There's Williams. Williams hesitate. Going to go baseline. Stop the dribble. Gave it off in the middle. Put up no good. Shot was no good by Lauren Holmes, who's in off the bench. Holmes with the dribble. Bounces it over. Williams layup with the right hand. No, she got fouled.
What's impressive about Williams is the fact that she's so good going either direction. She's a lefty, and sometimes those lefties have a tendency to be left-handed only. But what you're seeing right now from Williams is that she can attack going either direction and also willing to finish with either hand.
Free throw is no good for Williams. Williams connect on that second free throw. They gave Destiny Henderson a 2, so I had to get that correct. And now Florida Future come back and they tie the ball game right there.
That was Autumn Giles with the jumper from the corner, number 21. Giles, another one of those talented guards that we're talking about here. The trio of Henderson, Alton, and Giles.
Here's Chang with a steal. Yeah, you're right. I got to see them in the Real Deal in the Ville in a game, and it seems like every time I see you, I think about you. But they were in a game where they trailed most of the way.
Right.
And then last 6-7 minutes, got it into a nip and tuck affair, and then had enough to go ahead and pull away and win. Giles kicks it. We're 8-all here. 9:25 to go. Shane gives it over to Henderson, who's squaring up and now looking at the offense over to Chang in the corner. Chang with the left hand dribble. She goes around. There's Henderson over in the corner now. Nice, good pass. Off, out of bounds, Brunson. Good pass, good thought, but the ball was lost out of bounds by Brittany Brunson.
Talk about the talent of the future, and they've got some impressive wins to go along with it. If you remember back from our PSB May Day Challenge this spring, they actually knocked off Team Elite Pointer EYBL in the semifinals of their bracket game to get to the championship game. And that was not necessarily their coming out party because they've been on the radar for some time, but that really solidified the fact that they're more than just a young and up and coming team, but You know, they're definitely here to stay.
There's a steal by Outen. Outen now didn't see her coming from behind, got it knocked away. Let me get that correct. Bethany Brunson, I said Brittany. Bethany Brunson, B squared. Don't know if that's a nickname, but it works for me. Henderson will be inbounding in front of College Row. Gets it inside to Giles. Giles gonna drive with the right hand. It was blocked. Nice block there by Coulter. Coulter swings it over to Kenny. Will come up with 8:35 to go in a tie ball game, 8-all. Ashley Breathitt now kicks it back. Kenny, a long three, had to cock it and banged it home. Cock it over that right shoulder and fire it. She's out of Alma, Arkansas, class of 2018, Van Buren High School. Out in there, dumps it down low. Get it up off the window. No, a foul. Alicia Curry has checked in. Out of Lee Acres, Florida, class of 2019.
You mentioned Kenny, number 12 in black for the Banshees. Point guard by nature, but you leave her open, you give her a split second, she can definitely punish the defense from long range.
Curry makes the free throw. Class of 2019, Miss Curry at the free throw line. Up and in. She stuck them both. And she'll take a seat. Paul will come back in, Stephanie Paul. Coach Jamie Outen on his feet and ready to get them going.
Yeah, a couple of Florida Future young kids bumped up to the roster for this July viewing period as you see Kenny take another long-range jumper off the mark this time. But Curry is one, and Mia Gusto will be another that you'll see in a moment.
Lauren Holmes with that floater. She's out of Fayetteville High School in Fayetteville, Arkansas, class of 2017. Maya Gusto is in as well. She's class of 2019. Kick it over to the right. In that right corner, they were holding it deep as Grace Spangler has checked in for the Banshees. Jumper is no good. Rebound, back tap to Kenny. Kenny holds it, and now she's being worked on, gets over that screen, going to drive and flip it up with the right. She's fouled by Stephanie Paul and will get to the free throw line.
Yeah, right on cue. Maya Gusto checks into the game, 2019 prospect. You can see her there, number 1 in the green. An EBA camp favorite of ours. She wowed everybody in attendance a few camps ago. Great ball handler, can really score the basketball. And playing on this stage right here should not faze her because she's got a lot of confidence.
Missed the first free throw. Free throw, second one is good. So she has 4 points. Substitution now as Kelly Lampo will check back in. Lampo, class of 2017 out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, Jessville High School. So here is Gusto into the forecourt with the left-hand dribble. Gusto, Chang, Outen, Paul, and Mosback in. Mosback kicks it over to Chang. Chang long cross-court pass to Gusto. Gusto gives it off in a turnover. She tried to go down the left side, was Outen. Outen with the turnover. Spangler, Lampo, Breathitt, and Williams, the 5 on the floor for the Banshees. Lee Shannon, the head coach, operating. They're in the paint, and almost a turnover. It will be a turnover. Gusto will come away with it. Giles and Henderson are set to check back in. Here's Outen. Outen with the right-hand dribble. Quickly, she's going to back, pull up the jumper, got fouled. Fouled on that jumper, Kelly Lampo. Oh, no, excuse me, that's Lauren Holmes on the foul. Lauren Holmes out of Fayetteville High School. 4 Fayetteville High School players on this team.
Holmes gave that look like, are you sure, Mr. Referee? I don't think that I touched her.
Outen free throw good, and that's the second foul Outen has drawn from a jump shot. Mosback and Chang go out. Outen's second free throw is good, so she goes in there and sticks both of them. 14-12. They trail by 2. I think we're about to see the versatility of Kristen Williams, which Hemi alluded to us about. Spangler passes it in the corner. There's Williams at the foul line. Now kicks it out top. Holmes, the left wing 3. Back iron, no good. Long rebound, chase down, hustle. Mr. Ref says we'll stay down here with the Banshees. The Banshees are in black. Florida Future in the camouflage green. And Inbounding underneath the basket will be Holmes for Arkansas. Kicks it to the top. Now goes down low. Shot it up by Lemko. No, and a foul. Feeding the post right there for Arkansas, Savannah Lowe.
Good little high-low pass right there on the interior. Good opportunity for Lampo to convert these free throws.
Foul was on Paul, and Lampo hits the first free throw. She's now in the books with 1 point. Hot Springs, Arkansas, class of 2017, Jessville High School. Second free throw good, so she went up there and stuck both of them.
Head coach Kim Mulkey along the way from Baylor. Getting a first-hand look at two elite prospects, Kristen Williams and Destiny Henderson today.
Kick it back, we swing that ball, you got a mismatch. Wasn't able to do it. Now here comes Outen. Outen driving, put it off the window. No, rebound, ripped down. Good rebound by Spangler. Spangler now going to be picked up by Giles. Giles and Gusto really giving her fits. They're going to lose the ball. Giles is going to hustle it down out of bounds, and it will be Arkansas basketball down here in that corner. Now we have substitutions. Coulter will come in. Kylie Coulter will come in. Spangler will go out.
You got to love the energy there from the future. Even though they don't come away with the steal right there, just applying that pressure. Banshees
on the floor around the Williams screen. Now she's between the rings. Peels it back with the left hand. Now goes over to Kenny. Kenny now comes out, swinging around. Ball is on the floor. Williams recovers it. Now Williams going to go out of control. Threw it up with the right hand. No good. Lemko offensive rebound. Put back. No. Back tap going to come down to Outen for the future. Over now to Henderson. Henderson up in the forecourt. There's Gusto. Gusto takes the contact. Shot up. No. Going to the free throw line. Went and initiated the contact and got the foul.
There you go. Right on cue. This is what I'm talking about with Gusto. Is her fearlessness. She might be the smallest player on the court, but she might have the biggest heart for sure.
You mentioned lower people, the only people listed, Tatum Hayes. Coach Outen told me before the game she was the only one that was unable to make the trip. Gusto missed on the free throw. She's out of Naples, Florida. And here comes Bethany Brunson back into the contest. Second free throw, good. So Gusto splits them for her first point. It's 16-13. Arkansas still with a 3-point lead. 5:08 to go. Joe Hilsman, Jonathan Hemingway, glad to be with you. Marietta, Georgia, Swanee Sports Academy, Cobb. The Power 48 shootout. PSB Power 48. Now here's Coulter driving to the right. She'll peel it back out now into the corner. Over to Lowe, and Lowe now back out to Coulter. Coulter holds above the head, now between the rings, and looks to set up the offense again. Gives it over to Williams. Williams flares to the left corner with the right-hand dribble. She is a lefty, though, picked up by Giles. There's Lowe. Lowe steps into a long jumper. Nope, we got a foul first.
They're going to get Stephanie Paul with too much contact underneath.
Yep, Paul with 2 fouls like that. Chang will come in now, and Gusto will take a seat. Coulter swings it around to Kenny. Kenny puts it on the floor. Offensive foul, a screen. Screen call there on Kelly Lamko, and an offensive foul, turnover. 4:35 to go. The future now with a chance to cut it to 2 or tie it with a long ball. Destiny Henderson into the forecourt. She's being worked on by Savannah Lowe. Henderson over to Giles. Giles now circles and comes between the rings with the right hand operating. Now goes to the wing. Ball tipped out of bounds. And it will stay future ball.
Got to give these Banshee players a lot of credit. They're playing some very solid basketball, especially on the defensive end.
Giles gives it off on the drive. It wasn't there in the steal. You mentioned defense. There it is, a steal by Kylie Coulter. Here comes Kristen Williams over on the right wing. They're going to stop and let her pull a 3. It hit the front iron, no good. Brunson skied in for the rebound for the future. Gives it over to Destiny Henderson. Henderson swings it to Chang. They run their offense above the three-point line now. Oh, Williams shot the passing lane, tried to get a steal. And we have a whistle, okay. Lamko with a foul down low. So foul called on Kelly Lamko. Grace Spangler checks in now, and Lamko will go out for the Arkansas Banshees. Underneath on the inbound is Brunson, and it was tipped away as she gave it to Henderson. Coach Outen wants them to get into the offense and run it. has not been fluid so far in the first half. Paul on the back cut, stolen by Williams. Williams will come now into the forecourt. They're going to pick her up. She swings it over to Kenny. Kenny wanted to step into the three. Good close out by Chang to take that away. And here comes a screen from Coulter. She swings it with the left hand over to Lowe. Savannah Lowe now worked on by Henderson. Between the legs and tries to cross her up. Couldn't do it. Now gives it over to Kenny. 3:23 to go. 3-point game, 16-13. Arkansas in black with the lead. Kick it over. There's a long three. Spangler. Spangler three in and out. No good. Shane goes high and gets the rebound for the Florida Future. Florida Future elite with the ball, trailing by 3. They dump it down. She had a pin in the post. One hard dribble. Paul up and in good.
It's taking a little while for Powell to get on the board right here, but you can see her strength. She is a load on the interior. See if she shows some of that range with the jumper later on.
There's a floater, no good. She got bailed out, didn't get the foul. Chain to Paul. Paul up ahead now. Here's Henderson. They had numbers for a minute. Henderson bounces it off to Giles. Giles layup good. Losing her balance at all. She gets the dime over to Giles, who gets the lay, and they've got the lead. 17-16, 2.5 to go, first half.
What a dribble move, Joel.
A free ball.
And right back the other direction, you see number 31, Savannah Lowe. But my goodness, that dribble move, the behind the back, the hard crossover by Destiny Henderson. She's a star.
Yeah, and just added the falling down to make it look good. There's Henderson between the legs right there. Working on Lowe, who just cracked that three. Between the rings, they swing it. There's Paul. Paul, quick, nimble feet, moving, jump stop, floating off the glass. No, it didn't go off the glass, but she shot it almost from behind the glass and missed it. And a foul on Stephanie Paul. That's her third with 1:59 to go. Don't worry about foul trouble much, but she's got 3. You're allotted 6. 19-17. Paul now will take a seat.
Yeah, they're going to bring Curry into the game here.
Alicia Curry checks in, class of 2019.
Good move there by Coach Giles, bringing the reserve post player. You don't want to have Paul pick up her 4th right before the half.
Holmes' pass is deflected by Chang. Out of bounds, but no, it was not. So just a bad pass and a turnover there. We'll go over to the Future, who trailed 19-17. They had the lead briefly, 17-16. Dump off. Curry, no foul. Curry stayed with it. Shot is up, no good. Holmes is on the glass. Curry bothers her. Holmes picks up the dribble now, gives it over to Kenny. And Kenny will come into the forecourt, swinging in this left corner. There's Spangler, a 3, no good. Off the front iron, good rebound, up and in by Savannah Lowe. Savannah Lowe with 7 points. That goes as the offensive rebound and putback.
Lowe showing some versatility. Previous possession, she hits to the 3. Now she gets the offensive putback.
Passing lane shot. It's on the floor right there. They're scrapping for it. Holmes goes to the deck. Arkansas going to get it with Kenny. And a timeout call. Timeout call by Arkansas once they had possession. 21-17, they lead with 1:03 to go. It's time for ProspectNation.com. Instant replay, Savannah Lowe. Offensive rebound and second chance points. You hear me say that because I love it. If you get the offensive rebound and second chance points, anytime you're able to give yourself an opportunity, especially when the defense doesn't finish their defense. The defense is not finished until you get the rebound. .103 to go. I see Missouri looking for schools I haven't named. I see Missouri. LSU has been well represented at all PSB events. Tasha Butts was here yesterday. Now head coach Nikki McCray is here. That little Tennessee connection. I really like what McCray has done in her time there at LSU.
Caldwell,
what'd I say, McCray?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Yes, that is a violation of all basketball rules. I'm sorry. 23-17.
Hey, no problem. Same basketball family.
Yeah, that means I had Nikki McCray on my mind, though, especially with what she's had to go through of late. Long pass, Shane is able to recover it. It will be inbounded now by Williams. 23-17, and now here comes Kenny. Kenny into the forecourt. There's Savannah Lowe. Lowe took her time. Shot is up. Back iron, no good. Tip. Rebound going to come out to Lauren Holmes with 22 seconds. She swings it to Kenny, who pulls a long three. Back iron. No. Tip. Fight for the rebound. They got another opportunity. Good rebound there by Breathitt. Breathitt will bring it all the way back out. Ashley Breathitt gives it to Williams with 6. 4 seconds. 3 out of fought for it. Brunson is going to pick it up, and that will be the end of the first half. 23-17. The Arkansas Banshees with the lead over the Florida Future right here. SUV TV, ProspectNation.com. Joe Hillsman back here with you. Marietta, Georgia, Swanee Sports Academy, Cobb, as we get ready to start the second half. The Arkansas Banshees with a 23-17 lead over the Florida Future, and we'll take a look at the quick book right there. 8 points in that first half by Kristen Williams. She leads the Banshees, and then you come over and look, a plethora of players for the Future. Alton has 4, Destiny Henderson has 4, and Autumn Giles has 4 as the second half will begin here in just a moment. 2 16-minute halves. The Future will be all in the camouflage, and the Banshees are all in the black with the purple numbers and the purple lettering. Joel Hillsman, Jonathan Hemingway here with you. PSB Power 48 shootout. Here we go. Kenny has the ball now for Arkansas. Gives it over to Williams. Williams now going to drive and spin. Put it up with the right hand. No. Lampo on the rebound. Puts it back up and in good. Kelly Lampo with the offensive rebound and put back, and Coach Shannon implores his team to let's go D. They have an 8-point lead. Around the screen is Alton. Alton over to Brunson. Brunson to Giles. She swings it back this way. They work it all the way around the horn until Alton has it in the left corner. Now she peels to the wing. Right hand dribble now out to Henderson. Henderson to Giles. The D is really stretching around. Henderson swings it to the left. Ball was deflected out of bounds, and it will still stay with the Future. Inbound to Paul. Paul with a power move, lost it off her foot, but it's picked up now by Brunson. Brunson over to Alton. Alton between the rings. Looks like she's going to have 2 screens set for her. She does. Now rolls it off. There's a layup by Brunson. Good. They let that play develop right there. Hemi and Bethany Brunson with her first field goal.
Nice little double high ball screen there, and then a backdoor cut from the wing. Very well executed by the Florida Future.
There goes a high-low as Williams tried to go to Lamco, out of bounds, and it was a turnover, go over to Florida Future. Florida Future Elite and the Arkansas Banshees. Team Arkansas Elite AAO Banshees. The complete full name. 14-39. And now here is Alton. Alton dribbling on the right wing, kick it off. Nice ball movement. Paul used that dribble and missed it. Maya could have went up just right up. Maya could have, should have went up without the dribble. We talked about that yesterday or on Thursday. The extra dribble allows the defense to commit. She missed it with the dribble as she tried to teardrop it off the glass.
Yeah, that's the double-edged sword of the power dribble in the lane. Sometimes you need it for balance, but other times you allow the defense to regain positioning.
Here's Williams around. She's between the rings. Now she wanted to go down to the left. It wasn't there. Savannah Lowe pulls a three. No good. Front iron. Paul skying for the board. Long outlet now. Here comes Henderson. Henderson didn't see it coming from behind. She tried to save it, and that's a turnover. Banshees coming back this way. Coulter over to Lowe. Lowe going to pull a jumper from this wing. Good. From this corner and knock it in. Savannah Lowe now beginning to feel it and stroke it a little bit. Lead all of a sudden out to 8. High-low inside Giles to Paul. Layup good. High-low offense working right there. Stephanie Paul out of Naples, Florida, class of 2016.
Paul broke into our Elite 100 rankings in the 2016 class after a very solid spring. But I tell you, another kid that's going to stay atop of the rankings here is this Kristen Williams. My goodness, Joel.
That was a beautiful move right there by Williams. Central Arkansas Christian 5'10", class of 2018. And those are the top of the rankings in which Hemi is referencing, class of 2018. Henderson to Giles. Giles puts it on the floor. She's worked on by Williams between the rings, over to the left, to Alton. Alton on the right wing. Kick it over. There's an easy layup. Good. Henderson, they got that extra passing and ball movement, allowing the future to get some easy hoops. They're down by 6 now, 29-23, 12:35 to go.
You mentioned it, when the future are able to pass the ball well, as Williams knocks in that long range one. When the future share the basketball, they're very, very good.
Give her a 2 on that one. 31-23. There's a pass, tried to go into Paul. It was taken away. Savannah Lowe on the backside with the steal, picked up by Alden as she crosses the timeline. Now moves between the rings to set up the offense. Bounces it down to Lamco, and let's see, Paul gonna get hit with a foul? No, offensive foul on Lamco. Yep.
Paul's a tough kid, but anytime she kind of turns away, you know, as if to say, boy, that one hurt, you know that there was some definite contact there.
You see it right there. That's ProspectNation.com instant replay. Kristen Williams from earlier with a beauty nifty move. So Ashley Breathitt, Lauren Holmes, and Grace Spangler have checked in for the Banshees, and they turn the ball over. It will go over now to the future. Future trailing by 8. We've played 4 minutes here in this second half. 12 minutes even to go on the clock. Jonathan Hemingway, Joel Hilsman, glad to be here with you, along with the multitude and myriad of coaches in the gym. Williams will bring it into the forecourt. The lefty puts it in her left hand and now moves to the left wing. Now she's got it in the right hand, belt high. She has a count on her, going to attack down with the left. Over in the corner, kick it over to Holmes. Holmes now kicks it back out. Here's Breathitt. Breathitt going to drive down the lane. Got it knocked away, out of bounds. Good defense from Brunson to get a finger on it. Yasmin Chang checks in now for the future, and checking out is Jaria Alton. Look, fires back to Holmes. Holmes between the rings, 31-23. And here's Breathitt. Breathitt on the drive. Now she peels it back around. There's Williams in the corner, a 3. Bad, no good. Rebound comes down to Chang. Chang outletted to Gusteau, who checked in, who's pushed from behind inadvertently by Holmes, and a foul. Lauren Holmes out of Fayetteville High School, class of 2017 in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Chang's pass is intercepted. And now there's a long pass up to Holmes, and she'll be hit high and nothing dirty. Just stopped. The momentum was going too much for Chang. Not a shooting foul. Holmes will inbound it. Breathitt came away with that steal. Megan Mosbach will check in now, and Bethany Brunson will take a seat. Here's Williams. Williams between the rings of Spangler. There's Holmes. Quick dribble right to the free throw line. Jumper, good. Knew exactly what she wanted to do. Good decisive move there from Lauren Holmes. There's Paul. Paul gonna go all the way left hand. No, she got fouled. Stephanie Paul looking to inject some of her energy into the contest. She'll go to the free throw line. Just under 11 minutes. It's a 10-point contest. 33-23, 10:59. And Paul will be sitting at the free throw line, going through her routine. Takes her time. It's good.
Who's who of coaches straight across from us, Joel. You see head coach from Alabama, Christy Curry, has just come into the building, as well as an assistant from the University of Connecticut. Baylor, Arkansas, South Carolina, coaches all represented over there.
Williams step back a three. No good. Long rebound and hit the floor. Chang hustled with Holmes, and Spangler's going to come away with it. Now Coulter over to Breathe it to Williams. Williams wanted to pull it, but she thought better of it. Now she puts it in the right-hand drive. There's Spangler in the right corner. Spangler comes back, left-hand dribble, belt high. She peels back to the wing, and now they'll hold it with Breathe it picked up by Gusteau. Gusteau goes around the screen from Spangler. Now going to kick it into the corner to a coach who's not playing. Is that Texas? That is Texas.
Coach Travis Mays over there. He was ready. He had his hands ready. He was ready to shoot. Unfortunately, he's not on the court.
Turnover. It is not, though, as it was tipped by the future. So here's Breathe it driving, left-hand layup. It is going to fall off, no good. Giles, Autumn Giles on the glass. Popped from behind by Holmes, but it goes right to Chang. Seen that a couple of times here. Active hands, once again, Breathe it knocks it out of bounds. Active hands from the Arkansas Banshees team defensively. Inbound into the backcourt to Mosbach. Mosbach goes across the foul line. Excuse me, the timeline. I was watching. She kind of looked like she was. Another play by Breathe it. Breathe it hands. Tried to get it up ahead to Savannah Lowe, and it's going to be out of bounds. Or is that Spangler? No, that's Lowe down there. It is out of bounds, and it will go to the future.
I like this Banshees team, man. I mean, obviously you've got Kristen Williams. I mean, she is who she is. I mean, probably half of the school sitting around watching have already offered her. I mean, so we know who she is. But the rest of these kids, man, they fulfill their role. You know, I really like Breathe it. You know, we mentioned her name, you know, several times, can put it on the deck, create with the bounce. Her defensive ability, you see her up there on the ball, you know, trapping in the full court, get deflections, things like that. These kids understand their role and they fulfill it.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but another deflected ball by the Banshees. Future trying to inbound it. We had a good play made by the Rutgers assistant. There's a turnover. Holmes is going to come away with it. Scoop it up with the right hand, no. Back tap, Paul is going to come away with it for the future. She's going to try and come all the way with the layup. Good, counted, and the foul, Stephanie Paul. That might be what they need to get it going. That makes it 33-26, and a free throw coming up. Stephanie Paul and one.
Paul is a freight train, man. She ran away from the guard with the ball in her hands. How many big kids that you know can do that?
And there's your ProspectNation.com instant replay. Nimble is the way I like to call it. Nimble and agile, and she completes the three-point play. She has 8 points in the contest. The lead now down to 6, 9:32 to go. The Banshees working with Kenny. She lost it, a turnover. Henderson gave her fits. Out and picked it up. Out and all the way, layup good. They got him out running now. Coach Shannon now gets up off the bench. Here comes Williams. Williams going to go all the way with the right hand. No, she'll go to the free throw line. So Williams now seeming to feel the momentum beginning to slip away from the Banshees, went into attack mode and got fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Great point, Joel. You know, one of the traits, the characteristics of great players is knowing when to turn it on, when to turn it off. And I'm not talking about effort, but I'm talking about when to put the ball in your hands and say, all right, it's time for me to force the issue right here. It's time for me to take a shot. And when to say, no, I need to facilitate. Let's get some other people involved and let my teammates make some plays.
Split the free throws, but stem that tide just a minute in which we're talking about, and it's a 5-point game, 9:07 to go. Full court pressure now from the Banshees. Houghton comes up and crosses the timeline. Now swings it over to the right to Gusteau, who bounced it down low. Curry underneath, layup good. I'm liking the extra pass. I mentioned it earlier, Hemi. When they're making the extra pass and getting the open man, it's been very, very good for the future.
It's been the common theme in this game. The Banshees have done a terrific job of passing the ball. If the future can do that consistently themselves, we're going to have ourselves a very good game down to the wire.
Low getting fits from Houghton, so she recovers and floats it up front iron. No good. Williams rebound, put it up, fouled again. So now she's going into attack mode a little more.
We watched Naismith Player of the Year watch list player Jackie Young yesterday, okay? Kristen Williams is starting to remind me a little bit of Jackie Young, a left-handed version, a power wing that can affect the game at the rim, rebound her position, face up from the arc and such. I'm just throwing that out there. Let's see if it sticks.
That's a very good comparison, though. That is a very good comparison, and it works because Young is 2 years older. But I like it. I like that.
Yep.
The one thing that I will say just on that comparison note from what I've seen, there's a layup by Curry is good. Curry back-to-back layups. I haven't seen Young be as aggressive as Williams has. Now, Young kind of lets the game come to her some.
Sure.
But Williams' aggressiveness, especially now diving on the floor with a nice pass, she, like I said, she's kind of feeling the game.
Right.
And you say everybody knows her, but, you can know her, but now you're seeing why you know her.
Yeah. Young likes to facilitate and will facilitate. Williams is definitely going to force the issue more often. And speaking of forcing the issue, this kid right here, number 12.
Jamelyn Kinney.
Jamelyn Kinney is shooting the basketball well today.
Yeah, her second three, that was a long one to stem that tide. Curry get the offensive rebound and foul. So Curry has came in playing with a little attitude. Is it a battle of the 13s, maybe? Williams and Curry. Curry with back-to-back layups. She got fouled, and now she'll go to the free throw line.
John Wooden, famous Wooden quote. He used to tell, his players, even his reserve players, be ready and perhaps your time will come. Mm-hmm. And this is a great example for Curry here. A young kid, being bumped up to the older stage, and she's got Stephanie Paul playing in front of her. She could have easily just said, well, it's time for me to kick my feet up over here. But guess what's happened? Paul has struggled with some foul trouble and such, and Curry, a young kid, and she doesn't know any better. She's just coming in here doing her job, and guess what? She's getting some great exposure here today.
Let's draw the comparison. Paul with 8 points, Curry with 8 points. And they fight for it in the backcourt. The Banshees are going to recover it, and let's see. Coach Shannon with a timeout. He's calling that timeout quickly from the bench. 39-36, 7:28 to go. It is a 30-second timeout. Let's see. What do we got queued up here on our ProspectNation.com instant replay? The long three from Miss Kinney. That was her second three of the contest. She has 7. Class of 2018, Van Buren High School in Alma, Arkansas. So we'll see if the Florida Future, how they would come out of this timeout, even though it was called by the Banshees. We've talked about it, especially here in the second half, the deflections and the defensive pressure that the Banshees have placed on the Future in this game. They're deflecting balls, tipping balls, and they're just being flies at a picnic if you're a Future follower. Inbound, looking and coming to Breathitt. Breathitt now into Coulter. Coulter picked up by Henderson. Coming from behind there. The Future trying to turn it on defensively, but here's Williams. Williams going to attack, out of control, stolen away. Giles with the steal. Giles will come now into the forecourt left-hand dribble, but look at this. Almost quadruple teamed if you want to. Timeout call by the Future because it was a quadruple team. She crossed the timeline and there were 3 defenders there. Count the line, that's 4. And as one peel back off, there was a timeout call by the Futures. It was a full timeout.
sides. I might want to.
Joel Hilsman, Jonathan Hemingway back with you. 7-11 on the clock. Arkansas Banshees with a 4-point 39-35 lead over the Florida Future. Got a little mess right here in front of the bench. We're going to call coaching the duty, and he's going to clean it up before we resume play on the inbound. Joel Hilsman and Jonathan Hemingway. We're in Marietta, Georgia. Swanee Sports Academy, Cobb. So here's Alton now. Between the rings, going down, spinning off the glass. No. Rebound, Curry got it knocked away. Almost drew it up perfect coming out of the timeout and scoring. Here's Colder now for the Banshees. Way up ahead to Spangler. Wide open. Spangler got the layup good. Grace Spangler first field goal. She's also Fayetteville High School, Fayetteville, Arkansas. 5'10" in the class of 2017.
Why is it some of these axioms from coaching and basketball always ring true? A missed layup on one end equals a made layup on the other end.
Yes, it does. We call it a little 4-point swing. Just a little one. Now here is Henderson. Henderson being worked on by Spangler. Spangler really giving a fit. Turnover. Williams is going to go all the way. 1-on-none. Layup. Good. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say it one more time, Hemi. I can't help it. They are active on defense. Are the Arkansas Banshees.
They do a great job of position defense, but at the same time applying pressure. And you don't see that often. You know, usually you've got the terrific pressure defense team that's not always in the right spots, and they'll give up, easy buckets, or you'll have the great position team that doesn't put, a lot of pressure on you. The Banshees are able to do both.
Out and down the lane, floating and one. Needed that momentum, Todd. Arkansas been keeping them at arm's distance here. 2, 4, 6, 8 points. It's at 8 now, 43-35.
I like what I'm seeing from Alton here today.
Yeah.
A real development and growth in her game. She's always been a solid handler. You see her complete the three-point play. Always been a facilitator, but now showing that she can attack off the dribble, not do too much, not try to create plays that aren't there, but take what the defense opens up for you and make the most of it.
It's at 5 again, 43-38. Williams on the inbound, a turnover. So the Future now with an opportunity. There's Alton. You talked it up. Good pass down low to Curry. I've been pleased with what Curry's brought off the bench. She's in double figures with 10.
Agreed on that. Curry being in the right spot at the right time.
Here's Williams, though, going to come with that right hand. Left it short. Curry on the rebound. Now here comes Henderson. Henderson back this way. Bounces it off. There's a layup. Brunson couldn't get it to fall. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Brunson had an easy layup right there.
Oh, man. If you're Coach Giles, you're just kicking yourself right now. But I really like the unselfishness from the Future. Back-to-back possessions. Alton and Henderson both giving up their own shot to get somebody else a shot.
Coulter a three, no good. Curry with the rebound. Spangler on the back with the loose ball. But it also goes to what we were talking about earlier. They've been getting those extra passes there.
Yeah, but they just got to finish.
Yeah, that one they needed to finish.
Yeah.
Okay, substitutions. Let's see, Savannah Lowe in, Lauren Holmes in. Brunson will come out. She is a little bit upset. Gusteau comes in as well. Chang is in as well for the Future. 5:05 to go, three-point game. Henderson into the forecourt. At this time and moment, Hemi, is there anyone in particular, speaking of the Future, you look to kind of in a spot right here to take over? Henderson, a three, short, no good. Curry rebound.
I think it's got to be Destiny Henderson. I mean, the kids on this team really look for her to be the primary playmaker and, arguably the most talented kid, on an already very talented team. But, she's the one.
Spangler shot no good. Gusteau coming in transition with the layup, so she comes off the bench and into the scorebook. Her first field goal, she has 3 points. It's a one-point game, 43-41. And look, wide open is Lamco behind the defense. Cherry picking. Hard power dribble to score.
I don't know if it was cherry picking. I think it was just a breakdown and matchups right there by the Future. And sometimes those small mistakes can be the most costly.
Not cherry picking in the sense that that's what she was looking for. Cherry picking, and that's how wide open she was. Holmes all the way with the layup, good, but I understand what he's saying. Holmes with the layup, and then they quickly pushed it right back out to 5. It had gotten down to 1, and now 2 hoops, just like that. And 2 transition hoops.
Yes, and again, it was an errant pass. The receiver didn't meet the pass, and a great defensive play by the Banshees.
Oh, nice drive. Curry got it blocked from behind, though. Chain comes out with it. There's Henderson. Henderson pump fakes, now puts it on the floor. She drives, had to pick up a dribble, swings it back over to Giles. Giles the Chain, 3:33 to go, trailing by 5. They had it down to 1 before a Lamco layup. And a Holmes layup pushed it right back out to 5, and Coach Giles upset, wanting them to play just a little bit better. So, okay, someone is all right down there. Substitution, let's see. Williams will come back in. Who is she coming to get, though? She is going to get Kenny. Kenny goes out, and Williams comes in. Stephanie Paul now is back in. Good minutes from Curry off the bench, as we've talked about. Inbound now to Giles. 5-point game, 3:23. Paul with it. Takes it. Up fake. Move. Shot just would not fall in. Williams on the glass now for the Banshees. And here comes Williams in full control, moving with the right hand, just gliding to the hoop, looking easy. She's a lefty, but, man, she knows how to use that right, doesn't she, Henry?
Yeah, she does. She can finish with either hand, and she can go end-to-end full speed with either hand.
Quick 6-0 run. Push the lead back out to 7, and it was down to 1. Under 3 minutes, 2:55 to go. Giles on the right wing. Peels it back out. Spangler puts the D on her. Picks up her dribble, now swings it to Henderson. Henderson, a long 3, no good, off the hill of the rim. Holmes skies in and gets the rebound. Lauren Holmes races down this way, bounces it over to Lowe. Lowe, a jumper, good.
I'll tell you what, this Banshees team just gets it done. I like what I see from Holmes. Grabbing the rebound out of her area, take it end to end, make the good pass. Williams is a star, but the rest of these kids, man, they fulfill their role as well as any that I've seen.
8-0 run since it was 43-42. And now Holmes shot the passing lane, couldn't get the steal. Lost it, they're gonna wind up with it. Nope, foul gonna be on the floor on Spangler. Grace Spangler with the foul, 51-42, 2:14 to go. Inbound now to Brunson to Henderson. Pass was too high, taken away by Lamco. Lamco now gets it, and here is Williams to walk it into the full court with 2:05 to go. And Brandon Clay joins us for the final 2 minutes. Brandon, you walk in on a Banshees 8-0 run. It was 43-42, and they busted out an 8-0 run.
Well, this game's been everything that you thought it would be, you know, from a player perspective, whether it's Williams or Henderson, Alton, Paul, just so many named players. But you've had a lot of kids making plays throughout the course of the game, putting themselves on the map here as you see this instant replay right on cue. Talk about Williams. Williams highlight. Oh, so smooth to the rim. Kristen Williams.
Looking easy. We talked about it. She's a left-hander, but she knows how to finish with that right. Alton now at the free throw line. 1:55 to go with a 1-and-1 front iron, no good. Paul battles and gets the rebound. They'll pick it up with Alton. Alton now will hold it a long 3 out of the corner. No, Powell on the rebound again. She got fouled by Lamco. Paul in there hustling and throwing the body around now. 1:46 to go.
I think she's going to get 2 shots with this, too.
Nope, 1-and-1.
Well, when she plays with that just energy down low, it is hard to keep her off the glass. Doesn't matter what kind of size, skill, or ability you have athletically. She's a problem.
Kenny and Breathitt check in. It is the 1-and-1 for Paul. Paul going through a free throw routine. Good. So that ends that run, which was an 8-0 run. Paul now with 9 points in the contest.
Much needed if they have any opportunity here to be able to, you know, close this gap and come out of here with the victory. They got to convert free throws and open shots here down the stretch. Obviously get a couple of stops as well.
Paul makes them both. Cut it to 7, 1:44 to go. Long pass up ahead. That would be a turnover. She was going for Breathitt. Turnover. Coach Shannon wants everybody to back on up. 100 seconds exact to go in a 7-point game.
There's a stop. Some change of defense, some pressure, sped them up, and you get the stop you wanted there.
Henderson holds it on the right wing as they look to set up the offense. Goes over to Outlet. Outlet pump fake now to Henderson. Henderson top side over to Giles. Giles a long 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Kenny of the Banshees with 82 seconds, and now here's Holmes into the forecourt.
For the future, you got to look to foul here. You got to stop the clock.
And the thing is, they have a foul to give, so they have to foul again to put them in a 1-and-1.
Good job by the Banshees. Play a little keep away, milk this clock, and if they can make their free throws, they should walk away with the win.
Holmes on the inbound. He gives it over to Kenny, and she is fouled by Brunson, and now we'll put them at the line to 1-1. Now remember, it's no double bonus. It's 1-1 the rest of the way. So
who made that rule?
Kyle Moore.
I honestly want to write the federation and say, hey, at the 7th foul, just go 1-1 the rest of the day.
Hey, man, we reward quality free throw shooting here. As you see Kenny step to the line, knocking down the first one. We want to reward that. You've got to earn that second shot. Nice way to convert both of them and stretch this lead out tonight.
Out and now into the forecourt, gets it up ahead. Nice pass, nice play to Henderson. Destiny Henderson from Zaria Alton, and she put it in. Henderson now with 8 points. And a foul given with 55 seconds in a 7-point game.
You see the athleticism from Henderson, the touch.
You see it right here on the instant replay, exactly what J.L. Hemingway is describing. The catch, the finish, and also credit there to Alton for the pass, perfectly timed.
Alton's done a good job of facilitating the basketball here today, and the future overall have done a very good job of sharing it. Unfortunately for them, they have just not been able to convert enough of those easy ones. And conversely, give credit to the Banshees for doing a good job of converting those easy plays on the offensive end.
Missed the second free throw. Paul with the rebound in an 8-point game. Paul comes racing down the floor. No good. Chang on the rebound. Chang turns around and puts it off the window good.
She's a freak train.
Right, Florida future not going away quietly, man.
Not at all. 54-48, 6-point game. Here's Holmes and a foul in the backcourt. Foul will come on Autumn Giles with 40 and 8-10 seconds. Still time.
Well, right now you're competing. Obviously, you're competing to win the basketball game, first and foremost. But you're competing to make yourself a prospect for these schools, whether it's Baylor, whether it's Tennessee, UConn, South Carolina, Texas A&M, Louisville, George Washington, whatever have you. Name a school, and we probably got them on the back line. The opportunities that are here are absolutely incredible. How often, as a kid, maybe you're at an event with 175 schools like we had yesterday at Summer Invitational, but how often are all of them watching you? And this is the case in this particular game where everybody on hand is watching this game. It's awesome.
Henderson gets the offensive rebound and putback. Play to the final horn, period. And show that you are a competitor and love to compete. Foul now, 6-point game, 22.5. Much hasn't changed in the distance. We just lost some time. But if Holmes misses a free throw here and they get an offensive rebound, it could get interesting. Holmes at the free throw line going through her routine. Back iron, no. Paul tip, got the rebound. It's interesting. Here comes Henderson. Henderson into the forecourt, over to Chang. Chang quickly puts it up, no. Giles and Alton fight for the rebound. Alton gets it, puts it up, no. Rebound Chang, she put it up, no. Foul with 9 and 3/10 seconds. 56-50, so she will get 2 free throws with 9.3. Not quite over.
Chang, another one of these 2019 kids that have bumped up here with the older kids. Great opportunity for her to knock down a pair of free throws.
Chang free throw, no good.
Well, it's interesting, when you go through the gauntlet at one of our events, you find out a lot about your roster, what you want to add. One of the things Coach Giles said coming out of Real Deal in Louisville too is we want to add a couple of bodies to this roster to prepare ourselves for the gauntlet. Anytime you're playing it, you're going to play multiple teams, whether independent, Nike affiliated, EYBL, PSB family, any of the various affiliations who are going to bring deep rosters. And that's exactly what the Banshees have done. And they're going to see Minnesota Fury, and they're going to play all these different teams. So making sure that you're equipped to be able to handle what comes along with it.
Well, that is the final score. The Arkansas Banshees with a 56-51 victory over the Florida Future. 19 points by Kristen Williams, a game-high 19 points for the Banshees. All right, more action coming up right here. SUV TV, 56-51. That's the final. Arkansas over the Florida Future.